It's January 2nd, 2020. I'm Keith Whidden. I'm a criminal defense lawyer, and I decided to start a vlog. You might be wondering why someone like me would even have a vlog. Well, I have a few reasons. The obvious one is that I want to be able to share my day-to-day life. Now, I'm not sharing what I do from day to day because I think that I'm particularly interesting, but the people that I work with, the clients that I serve, and what my job entails day to day, the things that are seen in court or the things that are seen in the office and the things that are seen behind the scenes, that is what's interesting. And that's what I want to share. I want to share more stories as best as I can because there are a lot of things that I can't tell. But what I can do is I can break down some of the things that go into being an owner and an operator of a criminal defense law firm. And maybe you are someone who is in a big city or small town. Maybe you're a law student. Maybe you are another attorney. Or maybe you're just someone from the outside looking in and you enjoy this content. This isn't meant to be a true crime, or it isn't meant to be a whodunit. I'm not going to be doing anything like that. You're going to see my day-to-day, what I do, and why I do it, and the people that I get to work with in doing that as much as they will let me. While you may be going with me and seeing the frontline work on what it is to be an attorney and an owner and an operator and someone who handles clients and employees and files and moving those things from start to finish, day in and day out, there's a different part of my day and a different part of my life that I want to share. And it's me growing this business one more step. And me being creative, I think, is the next step. I watched the Casey Neistats and I watched the Peter McKinnons and I watched the Gary Vaynerchuks. And after 3 years of seeing this, I realized that, okay, my first vlog is going to suck. And I realized that my first podcast is going to suck. And I realized that if I'm trying to create a Facebook audience or an Instagram audience or a YouTube audience, that it's going to be a rough go. But I'm going to document along the way the ways that I'm growing to become a better criminal defense lawyer, to become a better attorney in general, to become a better creator. So if you're interested, then let's go. Grow with me, and let's see where the next 52 weeks of 2020 take us, because I think it's going to be one heck of a ride. So just finished the client consults here at the local jail, which is pretty appropriate. You see, every story has a beginning and every client has a beginning. They start off as potential clients. They have come to the office, called the office, made an appointment and said, hey, I am in need of your services. Normally these people come to the office because they're out on bail or out on bond. But in this case, I came to the local jail because these two people are still waiting for a bond to be set in their case. But regardless of whether they are in jail or in my office, I treat their case the same, or I treat them the same. We go over the police report together, and we talk about the charges they were arrested for, what the officer wrote into them, if the requirements for that alleged crime are in that officer's report. We talk about the other people involved, if there were witnesses, if there was an alleged victim, and then if there are other people that the police did not talk to, that they say, my mother, my sister, my wife was there, but they didn't talk to her. All these things go into the big pot, and then we make a decision about what could be a game plan going forward. Now, it's impossible to put together the perfect game plan based on just one police report, but we get an idea of what we can do and what we can't do together. And then we decide if we're going to continue the relationship. If in fact we have a case that we can work together on because we agree on what the game plan could be or should be, then we move forward and that person becomes a client with the office. And we represent them and we file motions with the courthouse that says that I'm the lawyer and I'm entitled to certain things from the district attorney's office, or the relationship ends there and they go to another attorney, or they go to the public defender's office, or they choose to represent themselves sometimes. Maybe you're wondering what rights someone who is in jail has. First one is that from the moment you're arrested, it's important to know that you have the right to counsel. This is where the Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, it will be appointed for you. You have the right to an attorney and the right to shut up. Or maybe you want to use some more colorful language if you've ever seen a video by the Pot Brothers at Law. Great channel. I suggest you go check them out. Regardless, you have the right to remain silent. Use it. You have the right to a lawyer. Use it. Now, what's the next step? Where do I really begin to show up in a case? And that's at the 72-hour hearing. That is really where my start to a case comes in on the courthouse side of things. This is your first appearance before a judge. Legally, you have to appear before a judge within 72 hours of your being arrested, excluding Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays. The purpose of that 72-hour hearing is for you to know what charges you have been arrested for, and if a bond has not been set, for a bond to be set. Finally, the judge at that point is going to determine or ask if you can afford to hire your own lawyer, if you plan to hire your own lawyer. If you're not going to hire your own lawyer, he or she is going to appoint a public defender to represent you.